Good morning. We are now back in York after a fantastic gig last night. Really enjoyed it. And today, at the Viking Festival, there's a lot more going on. So currently, we are on our way down to the Merchant Adventurers Hall to go to the 10th century traders market.
This is where someone tells us that we're going the wrong way.
We're probably going the wrong way, yeah. Turns out that Google Maps does not want to play ball at the minute, so we're kind of just wandering around till we find the place. Last night was excellent. I'm really looking forward to today. There's a lot more going on, a lot more traders, things like that. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Traders Hall, Traders Market, Adventurers Hall. I'm an adventurer. There we go. Right, we've made it to the Merchant Adventurers Hall. We're heading towards the Great Hall now, which apparently is like the main room for the stalls and stuff. Okay, this looks quite exciting.
Shoulder, and I just got it sitting on a branch.
There's no way I can.
Well, if I do a bit, it's authentic, isn't it? That's okay. People can't really see the texture.
Are you making purchases, Sam?
Oh, that's fine, sorry. Deer horn, and why on earth would a Viking use a piece of bone to make something? Do you know? Well, maybe, but I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you want to pick something up, is this your... I never know. If Granny says it's alright, you can have a look. Yeah. One metal brooch, but that's all I can afford. So I've got bone pins instead. You see? Because they're a bit cheaper.
Quite a bit busier today. There's a lot more stuff going on and there's a lot more people here. So yeah, moving around is quite difficult, and I'm having to like swing the camera around so that I'm not braining anyone with it. It's ace. Oh, Sam got a new tunic. It's really nice, really authentic looking. I'm kind of jealous because I want one. I want to spend my day turning into a Viking today, but the stuff is understandably pricey. It's all like handmade, traditional made. Obviously a lot more labour involved in like making stuff on a machine. But hopefully someone will take pity on me and just throw clothes at me. That would be nice.
I would throw clothes at you, but...
Not yours. Keep your clothes on, boy. I don't want to see you running around York naked.
You know you do.
But now it's time for another coffee. I am a bit tired, a little bit dehydrated, and very, very hungry. Let's go get coffee. Absolute unit of food. I'm at my 11th coffee of the day. It's the Cornish Bakery. They're amazing, really friendly. Come visit. So as well as looking at all the crafts and things that were available in the Viking period, it's not just a case of, oh, here they are and they look nice. What's cool about this festival is that there's people here who are still making the crafts and you know, using the traditional methods to make things like clothing, bags, leatherwork, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have a little bit of a chat to my new friend Hamish over here. He's going to tell us a little bit about some sort of leatherworking tools.
I'm Hamish Lamley of Batavia Leather. I'm mostly specialising in indigenous leatherwork in the UK, mostly Pictish era, a little bit of Viking age in there, so early medieval leatherworking. And so this is where we really come down to the tools. The main leatherworking tool that you find throughout the Roman age, coming up into early medieval, these are their leatherworkers' head knife. So there's finds of these down in England, which are Saxon finds, and there's finds of these in the north of Scotland for Pictish finds. So it shows the breadth of leather tools across the UK. These are being used by manuscript cutters, by most leather workers in general. And when you start using a traditional tool like this, it takes a lot more skill to learn how to use these tools. But when you do, they do 5 jobs where we use 5 tools today. You learn this tool and this is all you really need. And they have different variations across the country as well. Up in the north of Scotland, they get quite tighter, a little bit smaller. Down in England for the Saxon finds, they flare out a bit more like this. And you find a lot of difference when you start using them, and the way you use them and cutting the leather makes a big difference. So modern knives that we use for leatherworking are all pull knives, so your typical Stanley knife, you're always pulling toward yourself. With early medieval leatherworking tools, you're often pushing away from yourself. You get a great deal more of control. You really choke your tools up. You want your hands as close to the cutting edges as possible. And you're a lot more in contact with the leather as you're working it. And you're a lot more in contact with yourself because you're really watching where your hands are, where your material is, where your tool is. You can get really tight curves in your cuts. You can thin your leather down with it. You can scrape your hides in it, even for tanning. So the versatility you get in a tool like this goes back thousands of years, and it's not something you can beat with modern tools.
So I'm outside Asgard Forge, I think it is, where there's like metal working and key making going on. So we're gonna have a little look at what's going on here.
Yeah, this is the forge. We've got the hearth here, the charcoal hearth, which is the heart of the forge. This is the source of the heat. We've been using this today for melting brass, which has been poured into the ingot mould here. Oh, it's all still quite hot. You can see the ingot that we've made there. And then what happens with those is they get hammered out into sheet metal like that. You can use for making things like the belt fittings like this. Yeah, so that's what I've been specialising in. Tomer here has been blacksmithing.
Yeah, I'm an iron worker, knife maker. Today I was making keys like this one. A Viking key that looks like a key, unlike a Viking key that does not look like a key. And we were doing that by hammering out bars like that into blanks like... Where are you? Ah, there you are. Blanks like that, which then get cut and filed to shape. And then, as you can see, the key is hollow, so it's a tube, which is made by basically twisting this into a tube. So you roll it over a anvil like that, you know, and then switch like this. So this becomes the tab, this becomes the shaft, and then the tail here gets looped around so you can hang it somewhere.
Another day at the Viking Festival done. Very, very, very busy day today. I am absolutely exhausted now. We have walked so much. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening now, so what we're doing is we're heading over to a place called Valhalla, which is a Viking themed bar, or Vikings themed. I think it's themed off the TV show, possibly.
I think we're in the back street, but not going the right
No, apparently it's down a little tiny street. So we're going down this tiny little street to try and find it. Told you it was this way. Ye of little faith. Was I right?
You don't know the time that's been in between this.
Yeah, about 30 seconds. So here we are at Valhalla Bar. I don't even know it's open. Here we are. Are you enjoying the festival? Is the festival good? Oh yeah! Very good! Oh yeah! To Valhalla! To Valhalla! How many people are going to end up in the actual Valhalla? So we're in Valhalla Bar now, and it's pretty rowdy, but it's good. The music isn't particularly Viking-y, but it doesn't really matter. The set dressing in here is pretty amazing though. Like, I can't believe we didn't come in here last night or the night before. This is my kind of bar. And with it being the festival, there's like loads of people in costume and it just looks really good. It's more like the film set from Vikings. It's really, really good. If you come into York, come and check this place out. It's really fun. He's shaking his head. I like it. I like it. And it wasn't too expensive either. Alright, so we've now left Valhalla Bar after a pint in there, and now we're heading down to the teepees, which are during the day the craft centre for the Viking Festival. Hopefully a little bit less crowded in here. There's a car. Yep. It'll stop. Yeah, they'll stop. So we're gonna go see what's going on in here. It's probably gonna cost me a literal arm and leg for a beer, but never mind, never mind. I want a beer. And there's a lot of Vikings wandering out of this place as well, which is also fine. I feel like really underdressed. I should be wearing my armour.